And quick note to the human race, staying at home doesn't necessarily mean always staying inside. The key is to avoid other humans, okay? I live in the city of Toronto, and what my mayor did is very logical in my opinion. He shut down everything that isn't food or medicine, so all non-essential businesses, and even shut down jungle gyms and all park facilities, so anything that people could touch and spread the infection that way. But as far as the parks themselves, they're still open so that people can get outside, we can walk our dogs, we can get some fresh air, get some vitamin D from the sun. Like I said, mental health and physical health completely connected, which means your mental health is connected to the well-being of your immune system. So get out, if you can get outside and go to a place far away from people. Look, these birds, they're cool, if you can see them. But anyway, lockdown doesn't mean we all need to become Dracula, all right? Enjoy your life.
So isn't it kind of crazy that even in the midst of a global pandemic, most of the nearly 8 billion people who make up the human race still have the freedom to go outside, enjoy the spring weather, and live your life in the sunshine? Meanwhile, there are approximately 65 billion animals, most of whom are trapped in filthy, diseased cages. Exactly the kind of conditions that lead to the transmission of viruses and bacteria that kill approximately 2.2 million people every year. Before the coronavirus, animals who will only ever see the light of the sun on the day they're loaded into a truck and sent to the slaughterhouse. And that's why the Animal Save movement has launched the Coronavirus Confinement Challenge. We're asking people who are under lockdown to try and use our phones to do some good for those animals by picking a small area of your home and just making a simple and honest video. Maybe even just taking a picture of yourself in that space to let your friends and family know, hey, if you don't like what it feels like to not have the freedom to move around and go to the mall or see a baseball game or go to other public places that are closed right now, imagine what it feels like to not be able to breathe without filling your lungs with the overwhelming stench of ammonia from all the urine and feces and dead bodies around you. Imagine what it feels like to not be able to turn around, let alone walk around, as is the case for pigs in gestation crates, or baby cows who are systematically abused by the dairy/veal industry. Imagine what it feels like to never know what the sun feels like, or what a breath of fresh air feels like until it's your day to die. It doesn't have to be like this, both for us under lockdown because of a disease that was caused by animal exploitation, or for the animals. And for anyone who has any doubts about the benefits of switching from dead animal-based to a plant-based diet, while you're looking for something entertaining to watch on Netflix, I highly recommend the quadruple fact-checked and surprisingly funny documentary, The Game Changers. It was certified as accurate by 4 different medical associations, including the US Special Forces Medical Association, which is hardly known for being a vegan propaganda outlet. It's such an informative and fact-based documentary that doctors who are studying nutrition at the George Washington School of Medicine can actually get credit for studying and watching the film. You should check it out too. And part of the challenge is also to tag some of your friends or even social media influencers to take the challenge themselves. I'm gonna tag Hench Herbivore over in the UK. He's a really big guy, strong as an ox. I don't know how he's gonna fit in any kind of small space, but that's the point. You're trying to catch people's attention to give them just a small glimpse of what animals have to go through, such as actual oxen. I'm gonna challenge my fellow animal rights musician, Stephanie Braganza, because this challenge really reminds me of her Chains of Silence music video. And I'm gonna challenge Joey Carbstrong, because he's already an amazing ambassador for animal rights, who was always having thought-provoking conversations with people on the street, and who was also probably looking for new ways to make a difference now that we're all stuck at home. And also, don't forget to tag non-vegan friends in this video, because remember, none of these social media campaigns we organize are gonna make a real difference unless they reach people who are still eating animals. If we reach vegans, it's just preaching to the choir. So if you know anyone especially who's scared to go outside, who thinks, man, I can't go for a walk, I can't take my dog out. I got a buddy I'm thinking about in particular who hasn't gone outside since Toronto went on lockdown like 2 weeks ago. Tag that person here. They'll see the beginning of the video. You'll be speaking in their interest because it's healthy to go outside in a responsible way. And then hopefully they get the animal rights message as well. You're not tricking them. You're looking out for their own good. And if they decide to get the animals off of their plate, their health is going to benefit enormously. And that's why I mentioned Game Changers for irrefutable proof on that point. This lockdown isn't going to last forever for humanity. Many countries are already successfully controlling the spread of the coronavirus because they're doing what the scientists told them to do. But the animals will never know freedom until those of us with the human privilege and the power to fight for their freedom can finally wake up enough of our fellow species to what animals are going through and finally enshrine their rights into law. To get more involved, go to savemovement.org or look up the Animal Save Movement on your favorite social media outlet. Live long and prosper. This is how we're greeting each other now that hugs are out. Stay safe and stay strong, everybody.